To all my petrol heads out there, welcome to a new episode of The Drive Show. I'm Brandon, and today I actually got to review a GLC63S. This SUV here is packing a V8 engine, putting down 375 kilowatts of power and 700 Newton meters of torque in an SUV. This is why I think this is one of the best cars I've ever driven in my entire life. As we've been seeing, the AMG badge is in so many AMG kitted cars, but this is a real AMG. Just listen to the AMG performance exhaust. The front design of this car doesn't look too aggressive and it doesn't look too minimal. This car is a mixture of a C63S in the bumper field and a mixture of an AMG GT when it comes to the grille, which gives it this nice aggressive look. And the selenite grey metallic paintwork just adds on to that aggression. And the 21-inch AMG wheels just gives this car an aggressive stance. The side profile of this car is just screaming performance, performance, performance. With that sloping roof paired with the black AMG boot spoiler, it's just an aggressive looking car. The rear portion of the car is a classic AMG recipe with the quad tips and a GLC63S badge. Moving right on to the interior, the first thing that stands out is the red AMG seatbelts. And yes, if you didn't know, these seatbelts can be opted on to non-AMG cars today. Another thing you could notice that actually stands out is the fact that this car is not spec'd with the AMG performance seats. These are the standard, rather boring seats, but me personally, I'd most probably pick these seats because they're more comfortable than the AMG performance seats. And as you sit down and you hold on to the steering wheel, you can tell there's two knobs at the bottom that are performance and for the exhaust. You can change the driver modes on the right hand side of the steering wheel. As you turn the knob, you can see which driver mode you'd like to drive in. And the digital cluster is not included. That was an optional extra in these cars, unlike the newer models that all come in digital gauge clusters. Most portions of this interior is the rather traditional AMG interior with the nice piano black center console that houses buttons for the exhaust, the auto start stop, the all-round camera system, the volume, and the MBUX touchpad. And there's a hidden glove box on the armrest. With this car being a real and a full AMG car, you get a lot of AMG specific features on the infotainment system. You can go to performance, scroll all the way to dynamic select, and go to individual configuration. You can change the drive, you can change transmission, dynamic, suspension, and even exhaust. So I'll just start with the things that I really like changing. The drive, you can go to race mode, or the most violent or the most aggressive driving experience. Transmission, I'll just keep it on drive, but I just want to show you now. It has manual and automatic, which is the drive option. And on dynamics, you can change to a basic, advanced, pro, master. I'm just gonna put it on pro. And then I go to suspension. I like the most sportiest suspension you can get. And if you can go to exhaust, it's already on the powerful option. When it comes to the rear seats, the legroom is fairly decent, but the sloping roof does kill the headroom. Moving right at the back, you'd be super surprised that this car still has the same 580 liters of trunk space. That's exactly the same as the non-coupe version. When it comes to the performance of the car, I had so much fun, I was surprised. Because to be quite honest, me personally, I'm a rear-wheel car guy. And this car is an all-wheel drive car. But that 4-liter V8 engine putting down 375 kilowatts of power and 700 Newton meters of torque. The minute I put my foot down, I would forget that rear-wheel drive cars even exist. This thing can go from 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds. And trust me, I've tried that and it's been proven. The price of this car is a little bit expensive, but if you're looking for a V8 engine with all the practicalities of an SUV, $2 million isn't really that bad.